Happy Self-Love Sunday. It is I, Rosella Ide White, your Love Big Coach, and today is Sunday, September 13th, 2020. It's been a while since I've shared a video with you all. I was on the road for most of August, all of August, for a month, and some technological issues happened as it related to uploading videos. And then Chadwick Boseman died. And I felt like I didn't really have anything else to say or give or do but grieve. And so grieve I did. And it wasn't simply that an important figure, a celebrity figure in our life and society died. It was also on the heels of continual Black and brown death and COVID-19 and all of the transitions and the chaos that's swirling. And then someone who was young, gifted, Black, a powerhouse, someone who spoke up for and stood up for justice, died as a young person, not even 45 years of age, and it just all seems so unfair. And so I'm grateful for those of you who are part of the collective who joined me on Saturday, August 29th. We held what I call grief space, right? A space that is that liminal space when we're experiencing grief and lament and rage, basically all the feelings, and we're not quite sure what to do with it or how to move through it. And so we gathered together to simply be and share space in that. And so that was our August meetup, and I am so grateful for those, again, who joined, but also it was a needed time for myself. So we meet up for those who are new to the collective, who are new as paying subscribers. Thank you so much for being here. And every month on the fourth Saturday of the month, we do a meetup, a virtual meetup. So I send out a Zoom information, a Zoom login information for all the subscribers, the paid subscribers, and we get to chat about a topic, we get to engage in some grounding, and we get to think about how we're practicing this love big ethic in our own lives, because we do believe that love can heal and transform the world. Today's video, I want to share a little bit about something that I have been thinking about specifically in relation to a new project, but also a way of being that I do embody. Some of it's cultural, right, as a Afro-Latina woman. Some of it is just familial, the way that I was raised. But I want to talk a little bit about a collectivist or collective mentality. So if we are of the United States of America, right, we are raised to truly value our independence, right? We are a very independent thinking society. We believe that the individual is the most important part of the community. And we really strive for people to grow in their sense of self and to get better and to produce, right? But a lot of it is focused on the individual. For many Eastern cultures and non-white cultures, right, the individual is not the priority. The collective is, right? The community is, the family or the village, if you will. And as I consider this Love Big journey as someone who is both Black and Latina and also of the United States of America, right? I've considered how these two ways of being, the collective or communal reality and the individual reality, have often been at odds with each other. And part of my work in my own life has been to find how those things come together, right? Because either extreme, to be only focused on the communal or to be only focused on the individual, I think is problematic. And I think a big piece of Love Big and this Love Big ethic that we're working out is how do we, instead of going to the poles of anything, find another way, a third way, if you will, if not a third, fourth, or fifth way. And so I've been thinking a lot about what does it mean to engage this work of unapologetic self-love and self-discovery and healing that is individually rooted, but that ultimately has collective and communal implications. So the work that I am doing within ultimately, right, is about the communities that I'm a part of, my family unit, my generation. It's not just for me, it's for something bigger than me. And I'm beginning to believe that one of the biggest lies of white supremacy, or in the words of Resmaa Menakem, white body supremacy, is that you are only a part of one individual, like you are only yourself, you only represent one. The reality is that that's a lie, right? You are a part of more than just you, of more than just your insular community. You are a part of a collective. And for those who are people of faith, any faith, right, we really value community and connection and support and this inextricable web of relationships. Um, and so I guess my invitation for you is to consider how you lean into a more collective way of being and thinking and believing. And one of these invitations, or this invitation is coming up also because I'm really excited. The latest RHW Consulting LLC initiative has been launched. It's under the banner of the Racial Healing and Wellness Initiative. And so this is where all of my racial justice and racial equity work will live, right, under this Racial Healing and Wellness Initiative. And so far, there have been two things that have launched. The first was for Black women, and it's called Circles of Grace, a Hush Harbor series, and it's a quarterly virtual gathering for Black women to be in community, to be connected, to be in conversation, 4 Fridays each quarter, right? So we launched our first event this September, and so we're going to have our third Friday meetup this Friday. And so folks would register at the beginning of the month or the end of the previous month to join that next month's conversation. And it's just been all the things. It's been so life-giving. We had over 60 women, Black women, register, and each series will kick off with a panel, right? So we had a panel of 9 amazing Black women who spoke to the theme around Beyonce, Black womanhood, and beliefs. And January will be our next Hush Harbor series for Black women, and we're going to be focusing on wellness. So it's going to always be about Black womanhood, our bodies, our beliefs, and ultimately the theme, which for January 2021 will be wellness. So I'm excited about that. And the second initiative is for white women. The Racial Healing and Wellness Coaching Program is a 10-month cohort journey. So that means folks will sign up to be a part of an overarching cohort, right, for the 2021 journey. And each person who signs up will be assigned to a cluster, which is a small group of 5 women. So there'll be a total of 5 white women who will be working through this 10-month cohort together, and they'll be accompanied by a companion who is another white woman who I and my co-creator of this program, Nicole Newman, will be working with. And so I'm really excited about this. This is not just your average training or your resource or curriculum. This is about recognizing the healing and wellness that needs to be done and nurtured within, but doing it in community. So we've had a couple of informational sessions, one for people who are our companions and one for folks who are interested to apply as participants. We'll be doing another one on Saturday, September 26th at 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, and that will happen on Facebook Live via my Facebook page, Rosella H. White, the Love Big Coach. So if you wanted more information and you wanted to see and hear what we're talking about, you can find us there. You can also find us online at rosellahwhite.com/racial-healing. That's the information about the whole program. And as you read through that, you'll find the information about the coaching program for white women. I'm really excited about this. It's not an inexpensive option, and right, it costs $4,000 for the year for this 10-month journey. And one of the things that Nicole and I are serious about is helping people raise funds and tapping into their networks, into their communities, into their connections, if you will, to actually invite folks to support them on this journey of dismantling decolonization and deconstructing white supremacy and white body supremacy. So I know it's not cheap, but I also know that when we are inviting people to accompany us on the journey, when we are seeking out support, that more often than not, the people who love us and care for us are willing to help us. And so this conversation about collective mentality is not just about me and my life, but it's an invitation for you in your life, right? It's an invitation for you to consider, what does it mean to be a part of a whole, and how does your work benefit the whole? So I'm so grateful for you. We will also have our last Saturday of the month meetup on September 26th on that day. So for those who are interested in these things, it will be a day of connecting with me, and I'm looking forward to it. But thank you for being on this journey. Thank you for your patience and for the work and care and also support that you have continued to provide for me. I'm so grateful for you, and I love you big. Have a great week.